Hello, hello. Welcome to the first ever Contradiction Queen vlog. Is that what you call it? A vlog? Video blog? Whatever it's called, this is the first one. And I'm so happy that you joined me. You're beautiful, you're vibrant, you're awesome. Thank you, truly, sincerely, for being part of my community. So today, to kick things off, I wanted to talk about joy. I have noticed lately that I'm just not as joyful as I once was, or I sometimes am. Just lately, I was talking to a girlfriend the other day about how I've been noticing that in certain situations, when I'm doing certain activities, that usually I feel super connected and super joyful when I'm doing them, that I kind of feel empty inside or not quite as connected as I could be or as I once was. And that kind of just feels really shitty, to be honest. Because once you have connection and you have true joy and you've experienced that, it really is hard to go backwards from that. And don't get me wrong, we all have difficult times. We all go through things. Every day isn't going to be a joy fest. And that's actually what's happened in my life lately, is I've been going through, on a personal level, just some kind of hard stuff. And rather than avoid it, I've really been diving into it, and I've been allowing myself to feel and to be sad, to be disappointed, to feel all the things that we feel as humans. My mentor reminded me, she taught me, God, years ago, almost 15 years ago now, that just to really dive into every feeling I'm having, because the point is it's going to lead me to what I really want, which is what I teach all of you. How do you get in touch with what it is you really want? And that's what I work with my clients to cultivate, is a life where they have what they really want. And we dive deep on getting in touch with what that looks like, what that feels like. And that's one of the great gifts that my mentor gave me and that I've learned from her. So that's important. And she reminded me the other day to just stay in it as long as I need to. And in her words, she said something like, don't do all this new age shit and try to bypass your feelings. Just really feel what you're feeling. You don't have to reach for a higher vibration right away. And I do truly, completely agree with that. 100%. And I also want to feel some joy and joyful moments while I'm going through this really difficult time. So I got to thinking about that, because I am the contradiction queen after all. And I love experiencing the contradictions that are life. Everything is wrapped up in dichotomies and differences and all of these complex feelings and emotions that we have. And I love really getting in there and digging into that and feeling all of that and letting it all speak to me. And that's what I'll try to teach you all to do as well, and encourage you to do, right? And just to be your cheerleader. So even though I'm going through a hard time, I also want to feel joy. I want to feel sadness and joy. I want to feel pleasure and pain. I want to feel all of it. So as I was talking to my friend about this kind of absence of joy lately in my life, and really recognizing that the root of it is this difficult time I'm going through personally. I started just creating space for more moments of joyfulness. So, for instance, last night I went to a girlfriend's house, literally stopped by spur of the moment, wasn't planned. She lives down the road from me. And for like 30 or 45 minutes, we just chatted and we laughed so hard. Like, I totally felt total complete joy in that moment. But I had to purposely carve out time to go do that. And it reset everything for me. It just, like this morning, I woke up feeling fierce as fuck. Let me tell you. Like, I was like, I can take on anything. I can do anything. I am awesome. Literally all from like a half-hour conversation and laugh fest with a girlfriend. And it helped me to dive in deeper to the hard shit I'm going through and to really view it from a different perspective and to take it on in a different way. So, like, that's what I'm here to encourage you to do, is to be able to recognize that you're never going to get rid of every hard time, but you can also still have joyful moments, cultivate that in your life, and purposely reach for it. Not that you're trying to bypass anything that you're feeling, but we sometimes do have to come up for air and allow ourselves some joy. So another layer to this is that when I woke up this morning, because I had experienced this joy with my girlfriend, during my meditation time, Spirit really reminded me and infiltrated me with joy and what that true inner joy, inner peace, inner connectedness, inner livelihood feels like, so that I can access that, bring that forward, conjure it up when I'm noticing that I'm feeling a little dull, even at times when I'm doing things that, I don't want to say should be joyful, because, that's a judgment. That's a judgment. But when I'm doing things where I want to experience pleasure and joy, like we went to talk golf with Jagger and one of his friends after my sleep study on the way back from Cleveland. And I really wanted to feel joyful and be present. And I was. I had so much fun, but there was this part of me that was empty inside at the same time. And I just couldn't quite fully connect with my internal joy and pleasure in that moment, even though I was enjoying myself and I was having the best time watching my son and his friend, and I was swinging the club and missing the ball half the time and laughing at myself. Something inside of me still kind of felt hollow. And so this time with my girlfriend, even though it was a little short snippet, really fed my soul. And so then today, I noticed that I reconnected with my son in a completely different way too. Not only was I feeling fierce as fuck and able to take on all the things in my life and everything I needed to do, but I was also able to really enjoy him and experience joy and pleasure through his eyes and in his life and all the things that I want in my life and that I want to experience. And so it just sometimes takes a little bit of purposeful action in order for us to create the feelings that we want in our lives. yeah, and I just encourage each of you that if you're kind of maybe going through a rough time, or if you're just feeling disconnected or not quite as joyful as you want to be, or whatever the circumstance is, just take a second and ask yourself, like, what would help you cultivate more of that feeling in your life? Because it's really all about how we feel. And we want to feel good. We want to feel amazing, not just good. So give yourself permission, whatever it takes. For me, it was picking up Jagger and a couple of his friends from soccer camp last night, getting them all home, and not even like leaving the driveway. I just let him out of the car, went straight to my girlfriend's for 30 or 45 minutes, totally reconnected me, realigned my joy, fed my spirit, fed my soul. That's all I needed. And I'm right back on track. Sure, I'm still feeling some pain from time to time about some personal things that are going on, but I'm able to face those in a different way and with a different energy and with a different confidence, which is really important. And I'm able to remember that I'm a loving and kind person. I'm a joyful person. I'm a fun person. I'm a vibrant person. All from giving myself half an hour of pleasure, fun, laughs, giggles, silliness last night. So, feed your soul, feed your spirit, give yourself permission. Big love, create more joy. Love you all. Peace out.